Morning, everybody. Sorry, I'm broke as shit. I got no money. I'm trying to sell this wood, and this is my food cabinet. I got nothing. I don't care, though. Check it out. I was watching this video this morning by this guy, Jacob Israel, and he said I was going to be okay, so I'm going to be okay. But I just had to make this video just to tell people, man, things aren't what you think. You know that? All the thoughts that you have may not necessarily be yours because you can't turn off some of these things you've been subject to. Well, I've turned them all off. Another thing you may not know about me is I was, however, my mom got pregnant with me in a monastery of some sort. Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Dad. So now I got this spirit in me, and it don't go away. And I'm persecuted for life, but whatever. Life continues. But that, and I have these double simians. You see this? My son has it too, which is really strange. I don't know if you can see it. Whatever. I got them on both hands. Right? It's called a double simian. The line goes straight across the crease. See when I fold it, it goes straight across. You can look at your hand and guess what? It don't do that. You got two separate creases. Why? Because you don't have a double simian. Duh. So people like me would have been, if I was with the natives, I would be a shaman or a war chief. And trust me, I can scrap, boy. I trained NorCal Fighting Alliance. I trained down in Phoenix with Dusty at, I forget what his gym was called, but that's where I did my jiu-jitsu. I can scrap. I choose not to because I'm always the bad guy when I do that shit. So no matter what, you should never hit someone. Shut up, miss me with that bullshit. But anyway, so it's a trip because I don't know if it's because I was conceived in a monastery or because I was taken in a ship one time. Now my life ain't easy, but I'm chosen, so it's like I'm doing God's work. Don't matter who I'm around, what people do. You got to have the good and the bad. You've got to have the ultimate bad or you won't have any good. You see what I'm saying? And ultimate goodness is God, obviously, because that's the only thing that's good, apparently. So here I am just walking the perimeter, everybody. These are really cool buildings right here. I don't know if I showed them before, but they're the old Adobe. I'm gonna say it's Adobe. It's pretty cool, man. You can see little sticks and rocks in there, you know, things they use to kind of keep the fabric together. And this thing's probably 100 years old, I would imagine. I don't know, something like that. Anyway, it's my little makeshift fence. There's a bunch of wood around. And this is like some kind of elm or something that's not really sellable. But this guy was getting ticketed by the state. He's got the neighbors all up in his business because he had trailers here, people living here and stuff, and they didn't have the permits for people to live here. So they're gonna fine him, and they're like, you need to clean up your weeds, you need to freaking do this, that, the other thing. So I come along, and they may think that, you know, they passed me off onto someone or whatever, because I know how people work, and in all honesty, I can read their thoughts. I can see in their eyes what is what. I mean, it doesn't take me but a little bit to figure that out. And there's a little patch of weeds left over here. This was completely overgrown. You couldn't even get back here. Good luck trying. There's a kick-ass old house here, which has some really cool old wood on it. And they mixed it in with the adobe. That must have been a smaller house of some sort. And they added on to it when lumber came around. I don't freaking know what happened. I wasn't here 100 years ago, I don't think. If I was, I can't recollect. So, and you know, there's piles of trash here. Look at this shit, man. You know what that screams to me? It screams neglect. You neglected to separate your stuff that was burnable. Some of these people just try and burn everything, but you know what? He just made big piles of trash everywhere. And I don't know what this is, but it kicks ass. I just found this right now. Look at this thing, dude. It's like some tub of some sort that's made out of wood. That's kind of cool. I don't know what I'll do with it, but I don't think I should burn it. Anyway, that's a day in my life. I've probably had like, I've probably bathed like 4 times in the past 2-3 months, however long it's been. I don't care. Don't bother me. I don't stink. I know what charcoal's good for. So funny, man. People just take all this stuff for granted. But hot water is really would be freaking nice. Which I could have it if I really tried hard. But I'm just not trying that hard. It's just not I don't know. Not a big deal to me. I got no one to impress. I'm basically celibate. I'm celibate. Here's my bathtub. I put a shower door over it for some reason. I don't know, but I'll probably bring a burn barrel over this area and heat some water on it. You know, put a grate on it, put a pot on it, put some water in it, and let the water get hot. And then I'll put the water in the tub, and then I'll take a nice little bath because I got some good soap over there too. I got some like aromatherapy stuff. I have my charcoal soaps that I use, and oh, here's some of the wood we've been cutting though. I mean, big trailer's gone. There's a big trailer over there, and we went to take it to market to the people who were purchasing it yesterday. Figured out that it weighed so freaking much. I mean, a lot. So anyway, truck wouldn't pull it. We offloaded some, maybe sold it to them. I don't know what happened, but here's a shaggy juniper. I'm gonna say it's called shaggy juniper. I was cutting on it yesterday. I was splitting it. I split all that. Yeah, boy. So here I'm just being used and abused and underpaid. And the funny thing is that I can smile straight through it. Because in all reality, I've already got a pass. It doesn't matter what happens. This body's going to come, this body's going to go. What happens to your soul afterwards is a different story. I know where mine's going. People would say this guy's fucked up, man. He's done drugs. He's off. He's a little bit off, but the thing is that I'm a little bit more advanced, actually. You see, I don't let myself get pulled into these things that these other people do. All this emotion, all this ego that makes you wanna get at somebody. Try to look at it with understanding. And you can't bait me into that shit. These fuckers took my skateboard. They've stolen everything from me. But you know, apparently what I just heard this morning was what it says in the Bible. If they steal from you, give them something else. So, and that's too funny because when I left Phoenix, man, these people were robbing the shit out of me. And I texted the guy and said, you know what? You don't fool me at all, but I got something for you. And he said, why would you do that? And I said, because you're never going to meet another person like me. And that's the freaking truth, man. So it's funny how, you know, your own family may not even know what you really are because they can't understand it because they just can't. It's too hard for most people to fathom. And given the parameters of the rules they've been given, or, you know, the way things should be, they just can't see past it. You know, certain things get stuck, and people have been ingrained with, you know, the way they should think, feel, act for a very long time. And that's just why you're not going to get me. You're not going to understand me. You're going to think I'm lazy, I'm this, I'm that. Check it out. I'm not lazy at all. I don't want to work for somebody else. I don't want to work my life for somebody else's life to be better. Right now, I'm working this planet. I'm working this soil. It's not for this guy. It's for the neighbors. It's for so they don't have an eyesore to look at all the time. And this is not easy. Have I had help? Once. In the beginning, I think I had a little bit of help. Not anymore. They just kind of leave me here and expect me to know what to do. There's wood, cut it. Blah, 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 blah. Try to get me to burn the trash still. Burn it all. No, I won't. Those are not, these are not my neglect piles. I don't want to deal with someone else's neglect piles. I'm not here to pick up someone else's neglect. But just like I found that little wooden piece, through all this nastiness, and I mean, these weeds are disgusting. I mean, they are disgusting. They are really bad. But lo and behold, what is that? Oh, it's sunflower. Ain't that badass. So, things are dark, things are dreary. I have no food. I have no money. I don't care. That's the beauty of it all. I'll eat sunflower seeds, sucker. Probably give me more nutritional benefits than anything in the market right now, because my options are like the dollar store. Cookies, Fig Newtons, which I think I have some up here on this piece of wood. I'm kind of hungry, so. Oh, I'm crazy. You have to know that I am a little bit crazy, but I'm right. I've got like 90% accuracy. So I started the burn barrel, started to get through some of those weeds. I just can't believe how you can see from one end of this property to the other, almost all the way to the fence lines. Like, you could not, there's no freaking way. Is all you saw up front there was weeds. I mean, that line was all weeds, nothing but weeds. Now, I did have help with that side of it, but one fig bar left. And it fell. Yep. So, like I was saying, I'm not like other people. I'm now immortal, whether you believe it or not. This body may not be my soul is eternal, man. You ain't stopping this. Dude tried to tell me, you want me to speak, you want me to do your eulogy for you? And I said, you know what? You can try and kill me, but I'm immortal. I'll just come back in another form. And that's the reality, man, is that God eternal, I'm eternal, man. I've been touched. I mean, this is it. This is me. Living off the grid, off the regular spectrum. The neighbors are so effing nosy, like, seriously. Okay, because I can hear everything, because I'm not running around like a chicken with my head cut off, thinking of ways to manipulate the system or get through the system or whatever. I'm saying system. And even though this life is really tough, I mean, it is. I've been out for 3 months, dude, on the road. Really bothers me my skateboard's stolen. But then yesterday, okay, check this out. That trailer that I was talking about, that was sitting right over there. We jump in, we're taking the wood to market, right? We get down the street a little, and I had changed 2 tires on it. I took 2 tires off that trailer I'm staying in, and I put them on that trailer. We're driving down the road. Keep in mind, I drove a tow truck in Santa Rosa for a few years. I was pretty good at it too, so I know how to change a tire. Well, we're getting down the street, and all of a sudden the dude goes, oh man, tire's wobbling. Lug nuts came out of it, and I was thinking, dude, that's not right, because I drove a tow truck. I mean, I do the shit right. There's no way. I do it right. I know what to do. You tighten up the lug nuts, just whatever. When you put it back down, then you put the final tightening on it, right? So they ain't coming out. Well, I get out of the truck and I'm like, Jesus, and I set my phone down. In the truck, I jump out. And dude's freaking out. And I'm like, that's crazy. You know, I can't believe this. I can't believe that that happened to me. You know, that doesn't seem right. How could I do that? Anyway, I had to run back to the house to get a lug wrench. First, I stopped at a neighbor's. I'm like, hey, you got a 4-way? He's like, I don't have one. Way back behind his gate. I'm like, dude, can I get a Crest wrench? He's like, leave me alone. I was like, you're an asshole. You know, whatever. I turn. I see the neighbor driving down the street. I run into the street because I was up his driveway a little bit. Run the street. I flag the neighbor down because she gave me a ride one time to the store. Very nice lady. Flag her down. I'm like, dude, can you give me a ride? I got to get a lug wrench. She drops me off here. I grab the lug wrench. I freaking jog back. Well, not all the way because I'm not in as good a condition as I have been. I haven't been hiking at all. Anyway, I'm running back to the trailer and the guy's standing there, you know, like all pissed off. And I look and I go, wait a minute. I didn't change the tires on that side. That wasn't my fault, but my phone's gone. And there's a bunch of bags and shit where he rifled through looking for stuff. But my phone's not there. And I'm like, I know I had my phone on me. And so I'm pissed at this point, and I just shut down. I'm not saying anything. Dude's like, oh, you're gonna look. Another guy's like, you're gonna look for your phone. I go, dude, I don't need a fucking phone. I don't need it. You know, I know what happened. And you know, we're there for a while over at that house. People come and go, and then we get back here, and my phone's in there on the counter. So I'm thinking it's just some passive aggressive hoe-like attitude that this person, this wannabe male, took. And anyway, put it back. So hopefully the son of a bitch puts back my skateboard, because you better put back my skateboard. Because when I finally launch off, it's going to be ugly. Because I'm an ugly fighter, man. I'll tell you what, when I put my hands on people, they get beat. Ask my ex-wife. Not because I smacked her, but because a frickin' bouncer that tried to beat my head into the wall ended up with a frickin' knot on his head that looked like his frickin' head was gonna pop. You see what I'm saying? So, man, I got a strong strike. And if it comes down to it, I'll use them, but I really try not to, because I'm always the bad guy, and obviously I'm not part of this gang. I'm not part of any gang. I'm a freaking individual to a T. I'm an individual. And I stay individual. And that's okay with me. Other people don't like it because, well, from what I understand, you got to go with the flow on things when it comes to the pack mentality and stuff like that, but I don't have that and I won't do it. So I'm looked down upon for it. I won't just go out and strike people because, you know, my ego tells me I need to, or because they said a certain word to me. You know what I mean? I can't do it. Granted, if I'm pushed the wrong direction, the wrong day, wrong time, these things fly off. Usually only takes about 15 seconds. So, anyway, these fucking nosy little bastards over here. Punch you out too, you dirty little Mexicans. Okay, and I'm not racist, I just think they're little fucktards. I love you all, I hope you have a great day, and that's it, bye.